Have you ever thought that social media engagement does not really matter? Has anybody ever told you that likes don't pay the bills? So let me tell you one thing, although likes may not pay the bills directly, but social media engagement these days, it definitely matters, especially when we are talking about Facebook, especially when we are talking specifically about the Facebook profile, and if you are building your network marketing business, social media engagement can be incredibly powerful. It may not be as powerful for maybe any other type of business, but I will say there are particular reasons why you may want to consider increasing your engagement specifically on Facebook, specifically like I mentioned if you are a network marketer just like me. So in this video I'm going to share with you the reasons of why engagement does matter, although it may not pay the bills directly, but I will explain to you how it's going to pay your bills if you actually do pay attention to it, and I'll also share with you a couple of strategies and tactics how you can increase that engagement. So if you don't know me, my name is Jelena Ostrovska from JelenaOstrovska.com, and I show young entrepreneurs how to grow profitable online business while creating a limitless lifestyle and having more fun. So here's the deal. So like I already mentioned, if you are a network marketer and if you are using your Facebook personal profile, then you're really going to get some major value out of this video, because maybe your upline told you you don't really need to be using Facebook, maybe somebody told you engagement doesn't really matter, shares don't pay the bills, likes don't pay the bills, you know, whatever people typically, you know, say. But I will tell you this, like, I've been using Facebook profile over the last 3 years, and since rejoining network marketing profession, it has served me really well. I mean, engagement and overall, you know, just the presence that I have built on my personal profile, not speaking about any other platform like I mentioned. So the number one thing, you know, just imagine, like, when you go to somebody else's profile, like, what kind of impression are you getting when you look at it? So that's the very first thing you have to consider when really thinking about your social media engagement on your personal profile on Facebook, is like, what kind of impression would people get from your profile? So what do they see when they kind of check you out? Because I will say, if you're not building any other social media platform, if you are not blogging, if Facebook is kind of your bread and butter like it is basically for me, then one thing that would really matter is, like, you know, what kind of content you are creating, and your personal profile is going to become somewhat of a business card, of an online business card, should I say, right? So what kind of impression does your profile have on people? So imagine when you go to somebody else's profile, which is probably something that you're already doing when you get a friend request, or when you go and check somebody out, when you're doing the networking on Facebook, for example, if you see somebody is only posting politics or negative stuff or something about religion, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really give you that good of impression on that person, you know what I mean? So for me, I kind of makes me cringe a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't really want to be talking in politics about, like, with you, you know what I mean? And if I go to somebody else's profile and I see good content, I see some inspiration, I see, like, I kind of can see their personality through their posts, you know what I mean? And I see good engagement, I see like hundreds of likes or like even more, it kind of does give me a lot of information about that person, like from the authority standpoint. So engagement is something that will really show your authority and a little bit of influence when somebody looks at your Facebook profile. Because I'll tell you what, like, when I go to somebody else's profile and I don't really see much going on, the impression that I get generally is, oh, you know, this person may be, you know, just starting out, you know what I mean? Maybe they have just started in their business yesterday, and that's okay. Like, if you are not getting a lot of engagement on your posts, that's okay, because that will grow over time. Like, it's not going to happen immediately, but it will happen over time. So number one, does show your authority, it does show influence. It's also good social proof, just like what I said, it always goes to show that you do look somewhat like an authority or an expert in your niche, and, you know, the first impression matters, like I mentioned. So, and here's the biggest key that will really contribute to your success in the network marketing industry is, here's the deal, like, engagement, what is it really, right? So if you're getting hundreds of posts, what is it all about, right? So it's not just about those likes, it's not just about people liking your content. Number one, you have to think about, like, how can I serve my audience in the best way possible? You have to ask yourself 3 questions. Am I educating with my posts? Am I entertaining with my posts? You know, just a little bit. Am I inspiring with my posts? Okay, so those are the 3 things that you really should be doing with your content when creating it on your personal profile or honestly any other social media platform. You have to educate, inspire, entertain. Engagement contributes to the visibility. Here's an example. Maybe you have, let's say, 500 friends on Facebook, right? So and when you do a post, you know, I think based on the recent stats that I heard, 12% of people are going to see your posts, right? So that's going to be like, what, roughly like 50, 60 people, I think. And you're probably going to get maybe like, you know, 10 likes, maybe 15 likes, maybe more. Depends on the quality of content that you're creating, okay? But, you know, engagement is all about visibility. So like now imagine, as of the recording of this video, right now I have a little bit over 2,600 friends. I have over 4,000 followers, so just the people that follow me. So that's combined, what, like, you know, over 6,000 people. I know obviously my followers are probably not really going to see my posts just because that's how Facebook works when it comes to followers. But my Facebook friends list, I know, you know, a good portion of people are going to see my stuff. So, and I routinely get between like 100, 150, all the way up to like 400 likes per post, a ton of comments. So what does it tell me? Like, it just goes to show that my posts get seen, my brand gets more visibility, I have more people who are sharing my content, and then that contributes to even more visibility, and more people are going to discover my brand and then come to me and possibly start a conversation with me, and then it's up to me to lead the conversation and maybe, you know, generate a lead, maybe even, you know, have somebody join my network marketing company. Okay, so that's all it really is. That's why I'm saying engagement is important, because if nobody's engaging on your stuff, if nobody's liking, commenting, or sharing, then how are you gonna grow? Obviously, if you are not a network marketer, social media, like I was gonna say, it's not the only way to grow your business, but I feel like it's the one that really duplicates, that can be duplicated. So make sure that, you know, you follow kind of those directions. So visibility leads to more leads, and it leads to more sales within your business. Kind of like the way I treat it, again, you may disagree, but when it comes to building a network marketing business, I primarily build it with my Facebook profile. You know, I do webinars and I have conversations and I do Zoom calls and I get on, like, you know, Facebook calls and stuff like that. But, you know, still everything goes around my Facebook personal profile. Everything goes around my content. So because just imagine if I were to do a promotional post promoting a webinar, if nobody were to engage on my posts, I probably would get 0 people on a webinar. And the recent webinar that I've done with my business partner, we promoted it together, and we basically, I think we had like 74 people on the webinar live out of 122 people that registered. So that, I'm kind of getting to the stats, but we wouldn't have that many people on a webinar if we did not build the engagement, okay? If we did not build the authority, if we did not build the visibility aspect of our business on Facebook. So here's how you can increase your social media engagement. So number 1, this will always remain number 1, is make sure that you keep building your audience. Like, make sure you stay active on Facebook. You must go into Facebook groups, you know, do some research, figure out what are the good groups where you can engage. Where is your tribe hanging out? Where are the people who are just like you? Maybe in some hobbies group, maybe there are some travel groups on Facebook, maybe there are some makeup groups, you know what I mean? So I do love me some makeup groups. Figure out, like, you know, where are your people hanging out? Then go and start networking there. Start being active in those groups so you can bring more people over to your profile, so they can discover you, they can see what you're all about, they can see your content, and they can learn more about how they can possibly work with you and maybe kind of be a part of your vision, right? Get active, make sure you're active on Facebook groups specifically. Facebook pages is another good strategy. I've actually used it. I don't really use Facebook fan pages as a way to build my audience anymore. Like, you know, every now and then I do, but not always. And then, you know, make sure that you're also going and engaging on other people's posts. So when you are, you know, building that audience, you have to start engaging with that audience, not just with your content, but you also have to stay active in the news feed on Facebook. You don't have to stay stuck there for like hours upon hours upon hours, but go there and, you know, like I typically spend like 10-15 minutes at a time going through my newsfeed, just engaging on people's posts, making sure that I react, making sure that I comment, and making sure that people kind of like, that I'm on top of their minds, okay? So that's a little bit of psychology for you, and then make sure that you tweak your content a little bit. You don't have to post crazy amounts of time during the day to get more visibility. All you have to do is really focus on the quality of your posts and like I said, inspire, educate, entertain. I like to do a variety of different posts. I like to do Facebook Lives a couple times a week. I like to post shorter status updates. I like to entertain a little bit every now and then. I don't do it really often, but every now and then I would throw in a little joke or something. Another thing that I also do, I do share some lifestyle photos, I do share some travel photos, and I share some stories along with those photos, or I can share even like some social media tips. I did that actually the other day. So there you have it. That's all I got for you for this video. I really hope you enjoyed those tips. I really hope you go out and crush it with your network marketing business on Facebook if that's your social media of choice. So for more trainings just like this, you can go over to JelenaOstrovska.com, grab your free gift at the top of my website. Make sure that you give a thumbs up for this video if you enjoyed it. Share this out with your team, send them this YouTube video, or if you're seeing this on Facebook, send them over to Facebook, tag them, share this in your maybe Facebook groups, maybe your team groups. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos just like this. If you would like to be a part of my Facebook community, you can go to theunlimitedentrepreneur.com, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.